This is Doug Lowen, Associate Professor of Public Policy at UNC Chapel Hill. I hope you're having fun with these tutorials. I'm having a blast. We are getting close to the finish line here. We're going to do a chi-squared test now. So we're going to use the tab function, and we're going to our independent variable we put first. That's unlike these other procedures. We put the independent variable first, which is pupil-teacher ratio, the binary variable we created. And then the high, medium, low reading test score variable is second. So that's going to be on the column. This is going to be on the rows. And then we're going to hit a comma and then say we want row percentages. And then we want Stata to compute the chi-squared test to see if there's independence between these two variables or whether they seem to be related. Okay, so let's just highlight all of this. Click Do. Go to our output. And so what this shows us is a cross tabulation. Now we only have 51 states, so some of these cell sizes are kind of small. We see that we have exactly 17 in each quantile of reading, low, medium, and high. And so we're looking for departures from this row percentage, this row marginal percentage here in these cells. So we can see in the middle, there's no difference, really. The conditional probabilities here are the same as the row marginal. However, when we look at the conditional probabilities here, we see that in states that have high pupil-teacher ratios, they're overrepresented in this low test score group. And conversely, states that have low pupil-teacher ratios are overrepresented in this high group, in the reading test score high group. Okay, so there's some evidence just looking at these conditional probabilities that there may be a difference here. And the chi-squared test tests whether we can reject the null hypothesis of independence. And we do have sufficient evidence here to reject the null hypothesis at p less than 0.05. So we reject the null hypothesis that there's no difference between, that pupil-teacher ratio is unrelated to reading test scores. And of course we saw that already with our t-test, but this is just doing the same thing with a chi-squared test. Okay, so let's get to controlling for a variable. So in this tutorial I'll just set it up, and then in the next tutorial I'll show you how to do it. So to control, actually nope, we're going to end it right here. And then we'll deal with controlling for a variable in a crude way in the next tutorial.